And welcome back to YCN News Game of the Week between the Hartford Hurricanes and the Brattleboro Colonels. I'm Andrew Zerhide here with Dave Nelson in Hartford, Vermont. Our next Monday night high school Game of the Week pits the Pride of Merrimack Valley against their hosts, Marauders of Hanover. You'll want to stay tuned for that one.
And Andrew, I wanted to elaborate a bit more on Hartford player Matt Luck, the lineman who is wearing the special sensor. The study's being done by Washington-based IL Biometrics Company, and it could prove to be very, very valuable going forward with this concussion syndrome that seems to be plaguing the sport.
Absolutely.
And all sports, I might add.
Can't mess around with concussions.
Here we go now. The freshman quarterback dropping back, gets off a pretty-looking pass, intercepted.
Tyler Hamilton with the pick.
And that pick was set up by an overthrow by the freshman quarterback from Brattleboro. And you can't. Tyler Mellerick just had time to throw, but he just overthrew it.
Yeah,
and it was picked off.
Very high pass down the middle. And we had a player down, but it looks like he is back on his feet.
Right back up, and that means that Hartford's going to stop this drive and deep in their own territory, take over 1st and 10 as we start the second quarter. What a way for Hartford to start the second quarter.
The Hartford defense really looking strong.
And who was it that picked that pass off?
I believe it was Tyler Hamilton.
Yeah, they had it blocked. My field of vision was blocked there by the other players. But beautiful job of picking that up.
Absolutely. He read that pass all the way from the throw.
However, on the other side of the coin, had that ball been just a little bit shorter,
yep,
you'd hit the receiver right in stride.
Absolutely. So. It was a little lobbed too much.
Well, he's a freshman.
He is.
He'll learn.
He's learning. That's right.
Think of this, what he's going to look like by the time he's a senior.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that brings the Brattleboro defense back out. And speaking of Tyler Mellerick, the freshman, he's also... Oh, no, wait a minute. They did not allow that interception. They called it incomplete.
Back.
So we get faked out ourselves. Okay, Jack Gagnon carrying off to the right side, but apparently they had called that he didn't have possession of that ball. And I thought it was clearly an interception.
Yeah, it must have gotten knocked loose. Looked to me like he had possession all the way.
Very, very interesting. All of a sudden, this thing is, boy, that's a key turning point right there, because they had Brattleboro stop. I wondered when they lined up, it didn't look like their defense, and there was a reason why. Handoff right on the left side, but it's stacked up with no problem. It's going to be 1st and goal from that point. It's inside the 10, 11:07 to go. So we'll see what they come up here with this first down, and it is a first down, I might add.
Let's see if Brattleboro can finally put some points on the board.
They're about on the 8-yard line. And there goes the man in motion. Pitch out to the right side. Gagnon running the ball once again. Jack Gagnon to the right. Picks up a couple of yards. All right, let's make it 2nd and goal. See what the Brattleboro team comes up with here. They're marking it on the right hash mark, but so leaving this left side of the field wide open. Let's see if they come over here. Whoops, and the lineman jumps early. That'll be a 5-yarder. Set him back 5 more yards.
Not the worst case scenario. It was 2nd and 5. Something you back up 5 yards. If you want to go to the pass,
all right, so that's going to make it 2nd down now, and goal to go. Looks like the ball's about the 15, or excuse me, the 10-yard line. 1st and 10, or excuse me, 2nd and goal. I'll get it right. And the young quarterback stumbles coming out of there, and he tripped over his own feet.
Yes, he did.
Tyler Millerick, in his haste to drop back, got tangled up with his own feet. Well, that brings up an interesting third down, and they are about the 17-yard line.
So this drive really getting pushed back after just a couple of plays.
Yes, it did. And it was costly mistakes by Brattleboro. They were poised to score there.
Yes.
Here comes the throw out here to the left, and it's complete. But they're gonna tackle him well short of the goal. And hauling that pass in was number 30. Well, I don't have a 32 for him, so. And that's one of the things you have to put up with the first game of the year. Sometimes the numbers just don't align. Any event, another key fourth down situation for Brattleboro.
Let's see what they plan to do.
Fourth down and goal from the about the 11-yard mark. Yeah, mark it at the 11. And Brattleboro sending in a player, and one's going off. Looks like they're going to attempt a field goal.
Yep.
4 seconds on the play clock, and Brattleboro forced to call another timeout.
Yep, they have to call a timeout because there was only 4 seconds remaining on the play clock.
There's clearly some confusion there with players running off and on.
Well, let's take this TV timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Hey, welcome back to YCN Game of the Week. I'm Andrew Zerhide here with Dave Nelson, and we are in Hartford, Vermont, watching the Hurricanes take on the Colonels. So let's see what the Colonels decide to do here on fourth down.
They had indicated they're going to kick a field goal, be about 17 yards, and they are lining up to do so. That would be Jack Price, who's a wide receiver, going to be doing the kicking. And the officials are talking to Hartford right now and holding play up. We'll see what this holdup is all about. They're having a very animated discussion down there.
Yes, they are.
Okay, now it looks like they're ready to go for about a 17-yard field goal. Price kicked up, and he had plenty on that kick.
And it is good.
So, 17-yard field goal by Jack Price with 8:21 to go in the first half. Makes it Hartford 14, Brattleboro 3. Let's take this TV timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Welcome back to YCN Game of the Week. I'm Andrew Zerhide here with Dave Nelson in Hartford, Vermont, watching the Hurricanes take on the Colonels. Check out our YCN news stories and more at dailyuv.com. They have YCN and much more for the Upper Valley. Check them out.
You know, and we were talking about last season how there were only 3 teams with winning records. Brattleboro was not one of them. They finished 4-5 in Division I. So you can see that this is going to be a struggle for them, especially they have a freshman quarterback. I mean, I admire, he looks very good. And but boy, he's in Division I as a freshman. He's got his work cut out for him.
He does.
And I look for Division I this year to be, you know, every week somebody else is gonna win.
Right.
I'd hate to be doing predictions. Okay, we're all set for the ensuing kickoff after the field goal. Short kick, bouncing around, and there's a whistle trying to blow the ball dead. So they were offside, so they're gonna have to be penalized 5 yards and kick over again, which would be an advantage. Neither team in this game so far has done much with the kickoff. It's been line drives, bouncing along the ground.
Absolutely. We haven't seen a lot of balls in the air.
No, nothing deep. But that seemed to be in vogue now. They, as you watch, especially high school football, where they really kick hard but skim it along the ground, hoping it'll glance off of somebody and they can recover. You don't see many deep kicks anymore.
No.
So Brattleboro's going to try it again.
Let's see if they can stay on sides this time.
And he approaches, and this time he gets a little more on it, but bouncing around inside the 30.
Oh, a little
faked
fake
the reverse, yeah, but it didn't really fake out Brattleboro. They were ready for it, but Hartford did get the ball across the 35-yard line, make it to 36, first and 10 for the Hurricanes. And you know, Hartford Hurricane coach Matt Tromley, he's beginning his 3rd year at the helm of the Hurricanes, and he has some large shoes to fill. He replaced Hall of Fame coach Mike Stone. Stoney coached the Canes from 1986 to 2013 before taking a position as an assistant coach at Norwich. And Mike Stone is now just accepted the athletic director's position across the river in Lebanon, and we wish him all the best.
We do. Here's the handoff.
Handoff right up the middle. And guess who? And he is going. He's gone. Oh, my word.
Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
Cody Rhodes with the run.
And he's a junior, and you want to talk about some speed, some speed. Boy, all the Hartford backs are showing that right now. That was a thing of beauty.
It was. And so far, it hasn't seemed like Hartford's offense has been on the field too much because they've been able to score so quickly.
About a 62-yard run for the touchdown. And Hartford will line up for the point after kick. Kick almost blocked, but it's good. So with 8:02 to go, we have Hartford on top of Brattleboro 21-3. Let's take this TV timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
And welcome back to YCN Game of the Week. We are here in Hartford, Vermont, watching the Hurricanes take on the Colonels. I'm Andrew Zerhide here with Dave Nelson. Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, where we'll pick the top performer in tonight's game.
And this large Hartford crowd just recovering from that Cody Rhodes 63-yard return at the kickoff. Just spectacular, and boy, didn't this capacity home crowd love that.
And this score was less than 20 seconds after the field goal from the Colonels.
That's what you call being able to score in a hurry.
Yeah.
8:02 remaining before the end of the half. Here comes another squib kick, bouncing. Oh, high bounce. That one worked. He had to take it inside the 20.
Oh, good return.
He's getting some running room too.
And he falls forward to get a couple more.
Jack Gagnon showing some speed of his own that time. Well, up to the 40-yard line, and that was all on him. That was second effort.
It was.
And third. So that's going to give Brattleboro, boy, what a first down on their 40, but what a high bounce they got off that turf. All right, 7:52 remaining in this first quarter. The lights are definitely coming into play now as the sun is setting beyond that line horizon with the trees on it directly in front of us. Cool temperatures. First man through, but not going far. Gagnon
not far at all.
Trying the right side that started for the center, went off to the right, but he got nothing, zero. Right back to the 40.
Second down.
Can't say enough about the defensive work of the Canes. They look very solid.
They do.
And you know, you have to take into consideration it's the first game of the year, and they've got it together. They're communicating, they're gang tackling. Pass out in the flat, complete, and it's going to go for some yardage. It's almost up close enough for a first down. Let's see, receiver gets pushed out of bounds.
Down in short yardage for Brattleboro.
That almost picked up a first down. You're going to have the third down. Let's see where they mark it.
And I believe that was Griffin Lind with the reception.
Yep, and it's going to be third and, let's call it 1. Yeah, 3rd and 1. Good play for Brattleboro. And they have to put some together here against this Hartford defense. Going up the middle, first man through, that's a first down, no problem. It gets into Hartford territory.
Colton Ravina with the carry there.
And it's going to be about the 48-yard line of Hartford, 1st and 10 for Brattleboro. I'll tell you one thing I have noticed is there seems to be more coming to life of the Brattleboro players. They're a lot more fired up right now. I don't know what transpired in between quarters, but they are definitely playing harder and they're fired up. Man in motion coming right at us. Pitch out coming this way as well. It's Gagnon, number 23, with the ball, and he picks himself up about 8 yards. Let's see where they spot this. It's going to be about the 42-yard line, and so it'll be 2nd and 4. He picked up 6 yards on the play. 6:24, the clock is running, and it's getting darker here. Okay, 2nd down, 4. Man in motion, right. Handoff. Went supposed to go inside, and Ravina had to go to the right. Picked up about a yard.
Nice tackle by Brett McLaren.
Brett McLaren for Hartford making the tackle. 3rd down, and just about the same. 3rd down and 4, so he did not gain. Let's call it 3rd and 4 from the 42. Key play here too. With the, here we're running out of the first half. If they can pick this up and keep a scoring drive alive, they've gotten 1 field goal. That's all. Man in motion coming toward us. Pitch back to the quarterback, dances out of the way. Now he's looking for the throw, but he's fast.
Wow.
Look at how elusive this is.
Wow.
But he finally goes down. That was freshman Tyler Mellerick, and boy, he was darting around. He held him off as long as he could, but the Hartford defense finally cornered him.
They did. He is quick and athletic, and he's only 5'4". That's got to be tough throwing the ball over all these guys who are 6 feet tall.
But one thing, he has football quickness.
He does.
Yeah. So 4th down and 9.
Canes are going to get the ball back here with plenty of time, Dave, with the way they've been able to run their offense.
And 4:42, and the clock is running, so the Canes are going to get another shot at mounting and hopefully a scoring drive. Let's see what they can do with it.
Receiver back in 23 for Hartford.
Kicker standing on the 40. Bounced it to him. Kick. Good high kick this time. Oh, and they're going to have to let that bounce, but it takes a Hartford bounce, and it was down.
And there's a flag on the field.
It was down by Dylan Bailey for Brattleboro, and there is a penalty. So while they're sorting that out, let's take this TV timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Welcome back to YCN Game of the Week. I'm Andrew Zerhide here with Dave Nelson, and we are in Hartford, Vermont, watching the Hartford Hurricanes take on the Brattleboro Colonels. It's Monday night high school football on Game of the Week, premiering at 7:30 p.m. or on demand anytime at ycnnow.com.
First down, Hartford.
All right, that was a penalty prior to our break. Was a personal foul against Brattleboro. So Hurricanes will get the ball on about the 31-yard line. Their 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Hurricanes leading 21-3, 4:18 remaining before the half. Pitch out, going to the left side.
Tyler Hamilton.
Looking for running room, and he gets some. And another penalty. Boy, I'll tell you, you can tell it's the first game of the year.
Yes, you can.
Of course, the officials have to get in game shape too.
Absolutely.
And they're consulting over on the far sideline about it right now. Push in the back against Hartford, blocking in the back. So that'll set the Canes back. on the clock down to 4:11 in this first half.
I think both were on Hartford, man, because the officials talking to the captain, seeing what they want to do.
All right, he's going to give the signal now. Yep, and so the Canes I know would like to get a scoring drive mounted right here. With 4:11 to go, it would kind of put a little nail in the coffin for the Brattleboro Spirits, who are definitely charged up more than they were to start this game. That's for sure.
Yes.
And that's going to be at the 24-yard line. So that's where the Canes will, if they have enough time left, will have to march down from there. And the clock is once again running.
And man, penalties have really been the story of this game so
They've
far.
been unbelievable. But it is, again, it's first game. The officials are on it here, guys.
And another one.
And you shouldn't have said anything. You jinxed us there. But I think somebody may have lined
Car
up.
alarm going off in the parking lot. It is a Ford Explorer, license plate GSS.
They have lined up
Ford Explorer
wrong.
with the car alarm.
It's against Hartford.
331.
Yep. They lined up so one of the offensive linemen was across the line of scrimmage. That'll put him back another 5 yards. My word. Hartford's their own worst enemy right now, Andrew.
Yes, they are.
But plenty of time in this ball game right now. And you can see Gavin Farnsworth had come to the sidelines to talk over what they want to do. And Gavin has not had to put that ball in the air very much tonight with the running that the Hurricanes have featured. There goes a misdirection play and breaks it right up the middle, and he's going to be very close to a first down. See who was running with it.
Tough run by Brett McLaren, second down.
Brett McLaren showing us again over and over the speed and the breakaway elusiveness he has. He's hard to bring down.
And I believe McLaren already before halftime has rushed for over 100 yards.
Easily, yes. It's that was a first down. No, it's second down. They got second down showing. Yeah, it is second down.
Bunched up front here on second down and 10. Another inside hand.
Nope.
Tyler Hamilton this time.
Tyler Hamilton picking up 4 or 5 yards.
It'll be third down and a manageable 3 here for Hartford.
Well, they have now they have it straightened out. They have third down, and it's going to be third and about 3. Right there from the 40-yard line, the Hurricanes' 40-yard line, 2:19. So the Canes, if they have any thoughts of scoring, they're going to have to step it up. Let's see if they put it in the air. We've only really thrown one pass this evening. As I said, with that running attack, why would you be throwing?
Right.
On their own 39-yard line. Farnsworth under center. Kowalski will go in motion from right to left. Now it's going to be a straight
Handoff coming right up the middle, but there's plenty of running room. And look at these moves. And he's going to be thrown out of bounds.
Brett McLaren, first down, Hartford.
A little late contact there.
Brett McLaren, but I saw the late contact, but that was a case of I don't think they're going to call anything. He was putting him to the ground.
Right.
But, he was he had started that process prior to going out of bounds. You can't really call him on it, although the home fans would have liked to see that.
Yeah, oh, yes, they would.
So that means there's a minute 50 remaining in the first half. 21-3, Hartford leading, trying to get a drive together, and they're huddling with the play right now. There seemed to be a little lengthy discussion with the players. Quarterback going to his wristband to check on the play.
Seconds on the play clock. First down and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Handoff.
Another running play. Loose
Ball is out.
Brattleboro has it.
And Brattleboro got it.
And it looked like McLaren fumbled the
Brattleboro
ball.
ball.
Looked like big number 74, Manny Vargas, the big guy, 6 foot, 315 pounds of him. I think basically in that pile, he took the ball out of their hands.
Yeah, he is a powerful big player.
Yes, he is. Well, so much for a scoring drive late in the first half. Brattleboro taking over at midfield.
And I believe
Excuse me, make that the 44. I'm sorry, Andrew.
I believe that's the first takeaway of the game, as that interception before was called back.
Yep. Yeah, that was a strange one.
It was.
I was convinced it was an interception. I said no, it was incomplete. That's why we're not down on the field. Pass going off to the right. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is how you play defensive back.
And Tyler Millerick just leaving his receiver out to try. Oh.
Second down.
That was
It was a screen
picture perfect way to tell you. Notice he timed it, so just as the ball came to the receiver, the hit was on him and there was no way he was going to hold on to that. That is the way you play it. And making that outstanding play was Jay Emerson.
Now 2nd and 10. There's a handoff.
Going across the 50 into Hartford territory.
Ball back to Ravina. Picked up about 9.
Good carry. He's got some power too.
He does.
So we'll call it 3rd and 2. And 125, 124 clock going.
Nice play there. Brattleboro showed.
Boy, wouldn't Brattleboro love to score here before
Absolutely.
that half runs out.
Get some momentum going into the second half.
Man in motion coming toward us. Handoff, second man through.
Back to Gagnon.
And he may have enough for a first down. Let's see.
Yep. It's going to be close.
They're letting the clock run. Now they stop it. They should have stopped that clock a little while ago, but they have stopped it with 57.3 seconds.
Time for a measurement.
Okay, while they're doing that, let's take this TV timeout. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Welcome back to YCN Game of the Week. I'm Andrew Zerhide here with Dave Nelson, and we are currently watching the Hartford Hurricanes take on the Brattleboro Colonels. Watch the YCN News every weekday at 7 and 10 p.m. YCN News is a digest of all things local, news, sports, events, and public affairs. In the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, it's YCN, your local view.
While we were on that timeout, the officials measured, they said that's a first down. So Brattleboro has got 57.3 seconds to put it in the end zone to close down that 21-3 lead that the Hurricanes are enjoying. See if they can do it.
And has Brattleboro used all their timeouts? I know they've used 3.
I think you may be right there, Andrew. I'll have to check, but yes, they've had poor communications a couple of times.
Yes.
They've had to waste some timeouts. Here we go, drop back, pass, good spiral on that. Another good defensive play, but there's going to be a flag, and I think it's going to bring out the pass interference call.
That looked, that's a tough call right there.
Let's take another look at it in slow motion, and you decide. As you can see, the throw coming in, receiver putting his hands up, defender coming in. It looked to me like it was simultaneous.
And Tyler Millerick just putting a little too much lob on his passes. If he would just throw it a little harder, I think his receivers would be able to hold on. But yes, another penalty right there. Could be costly.
Could be very costly because, again, psychologically, if the Colonels can get in that end zone, it can make a big difference when they come out of that locker room.
Absolutely.
Let's see what they do here. They're moving the chains. That's why we have a little timeout here. They got to set up the first down. The ball's right at the 30, so they got 30 yards to go in 35 seconds. See what they do. And it's not a timeout. The officials had to move the chains. Their quarterback has been over to discuss. Tyler Millerick has been over to discuss this play. He's going back to pass again. He's dancing around and it's knocked down and almost picked off. Boy, that could have been disaster right there for Brattleboro.
Yeah, that could have easily been picked off.
Yeah, you get a tip ball and anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that gives Brattleboro second down now. And 10 from their 30, 28 seconds remaining.
Here's second down and 10 for Brattleboro.
Okay, let's see. They're going to deploy right now. They're going to send those trips out to the right, one back in the backfield. And there goes another looking pass. It's picked up by Hartford. He's going to come out of there with it. And there's going to be a penalty on that. He threw him out of bounds.
Oh, and Farnsworth getting the interception right before halftime.
Gavin Farnsworth.
Shutting down the Brattleboro drive right before halftime. Wow.
We got to take a look at that in replays. You see, long pass, stays in the air a long time, and that gave Farnsworth an opportunity to get ahead of the receiver, actually, and the ball was a little overthrown again. He leaped up, picked it off, stood for a minute while he looked at if he had any running room, and took off down the sidelines.
And once again, a little too much lob from Tyler Millerick's passes.
Yes, the freshman will learn.
You don't know who's going to get it once it comes down.
It was a little overthrown, too. All right, Hartford with 18 seconds. And they're definitely going to run it here. A couple of yard gain there, but the clock is just about to expire. So as we watch his clock run down and the players are starting off the field. Okay, from Hartford at halftime, we have the Hurricanes of Hartford leading Brattleboro 21-3.
It's the YCN Game of the Week. Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Club, your energy specialist, and by La Valley Building Supply.